Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Innal hamdalillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlil fala hadiyalah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. La nabiyya ba'da amma ba'du. Okay. Hello everyone. So, welcome to another episode of Weekend English Talk. I'm Rafi as the host for today, and this is my partner, Gilang Halif. So, today we have a very interesting topic to talk about. That is the miracle science of the Quran. We'll explore how the Quran speaks to modern scientific discoveries, and we have the main speaker for that special guest with us today. That is Professor Andrivo Rusidi. So allow me to introduce a little bit of himself. So Professor Andrivo Rusidi is a lecturer and a researcher that work at National Universities of Singapore, or we known as NUS, and he mainly teach at nanotechnology. Is it right, Mr. Andrivo?
That's right, Mr. Rafi.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, pretty clear.
Okay.
Pretty clear.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So, okay, so maybe you could share. We're thrilled to have him here today to share his thought on science and Quran. That's the main topic for today. So, first of all, Prof. Andifo, how are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. How are you today?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, I'm fine as well today.
Fine.
Mr. Gilang, how is Mr. Gilang doing today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine also.
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin.
Okay, so that's good. And so for our audience or our viewers, they may not know you very well. Would you mind to give us an introduction about yourself?
Okay. I think we can just look at what science does rather than myself. I'm not very much having, let's see, when we look at the nature, then you'll be fascinated with what's surrounding you. And then you look at the persons, then you look at what can be learned, right? And the same thing when you are learning in school, you learn math, you learn what else do you learn today? You learn physics, you learn physics, Mr. Gilan, yeah? And then you learn what else? What else do you learn? Tell me, what is subject that you learn in school now? What
For
subject you learn in school? Huh?
for science, I mean,
Yes.
we only learn a little about it
Okay.
because we major on IT.
Okay, you major in IT. Okay, this IT is actually coming from Mu'jizat Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Any technology that you see today is because of the Mu'jizat Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It's based on the Al-Quran. Because Al-Quran is the guidance for everything. So if you don't learn, so learning nature is basically learning Al-Quran. So we take, for instance, the word of when we recite Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. This small part at the end, Alamin, that meaning many alam. You know alam?
Uh,
Okay.
the universe.
Alam is not just one alam. There's different type of alam. That means different type of scale. Each of the scale has their own entity. Each of the scale, it has own um, uh, so-called equations, interactions. Okay, so let me share with you what we call with alam in science. Again, alamin, that means tremendously a lot of alam. That means not just one alam, not just two alams, but there's so many alam that you have to learn. You must learn about alam. How to share screen. Okay, well, let me present. I guess I can present something, right? And
Yes.
share screen. Okay, let me try to share screen. Share screen. Which screen is sharing right now? Okay, one moment. You see the screen I have? Can you see it?
Okay.
Okay. This called alam. The way that we look at alam, this is the size of alam in order of 10 to the 23 meters. Called with alam Milky Way. What's the name of the alam?
Milky Way.
Milky Way.
Thank you.
That's one. That's alam. Okay. And then this Milky Way, size of it, what is this size? Can you read this?
10 meters.
10 to the 23 meters. Do you know what it means? What is 10 to the 23 meters? That means you write it down 1. Okay, you write it down 1, and then 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 until 22 times of the 0. How many times of the 0?
It's 23.
23.
22, because this is 10 to the 23. Okay,
Ah,
let's
yeah.
compare to the how tall, Mr. Rafi? How tall are you, Mr. Rafi?
About 153 centimeter.
So 123 compared to this 10 to 23, which one is taller?
Of course,
So this is called what? What we just learned? What did Allah call this?
alam.
Alam. Now you should learn today. We're gonna learn today. There's so many type of alams, and each of the alams is means defined by the Al Quran. But we have to explore the alam. We have to explore alam.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's go to smaller alam. Okay, we go to smaller alam. One moment. Then we go a little bit smaller of alam. This call with the size of 10 to the 22 meters. If we have 10 to the 22 meters, how many is 0? How many is 0?
21.
Yes,
21.
21, Mr. Gilang. Oh, Mr. Gilang have already breakfast. Good. Yeah, that means there are many 0 there. Okay, and this is, look at this. This is extremely huge compared to Mr. Gilang. Which one is larger?
It's that one.
That one, right? So if you are inside this, we cannot see you, because even the tiny dot here, it's bigger than our sun, bigger than our planets. Okay, even the tiny dot over here. So let's have a look a bit more. This called with galaxy, Milky Way. Okay, this is another alam because different size than the others. Okay, so that means between Gilang or between Rafi, Mr. Rafi and Mr. Gilang has the same alam. Why is that the same alam? Why is that the same alam? Because you are the same size. Again, between Mr. Rafi, later I will ask you. This is different alam, right? And then we go smaller. This called with Milky Way galaxy. Even this tiny dot here, beyond the size of our solar system. Okay, this every part of this is huge, isn't it?
It's
Have you learned
very
this? Very huge. That means you must learn this if you are belong to so-called scientists or what we call with the researchers. Every part of the universe is part of Al Quran, part of the Al Quran. So whoever learn this alam, that means they are learning Al Quran. So if Mr. Gilang is not learning alam, what does it mean, Mr. Gilang?
Excuse me?
If Mr. Gilang is not learning alam, what does it mean?
Uh,
That means we do not, if I don't learn alam, that means I don't understand what Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin means.
mm,
You know the consequences? It's huge, right? If you don't learn anything about alam, if you're not learning about galaxy, if you're not learning what so far about Milky Way, that means we don't know what? Al
meaning.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. When you say it, it means nothing because you do not understand it. You just say it. So we have to understand what alamin means. Now we go a little bit deeper, okay? So this is become smaller size. Every part of this is own galaxy. That means in alam is many galaxies outside there. A tremendous galaxy. That means every part of this, it has its own entity. Okay, let's move past. And then we look at this called with 10 to the 18 meters. This is 100 light years from Earth. Everything you see is there, stars everywhere. And that's also alam. Stars, every star has their own alam. Okay, between one alam to another alam, they talk among each other. So we look at that. And then this is Earth, 10 to the 17. This is 10 light years all Earth from Earth. And then you see getting closer, you see a tiny dot here. This is the sun. This is your sun that you never think it's useful. Okay, you think you know it's useful, but the only thing that you can say is useful if you understand about the sun. Then you appreciate it. Yeah, if I don't learn about the sun, that means I don't appreciate the sun. So that means Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Even this part is belong to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. So we look at this deeper. Now we can see the sun is growing larger. Can you see that? Can you see the
Yes.
sun there in the middle? And then we go
Brightest one.
deeper, and then you see brighter. This is solar system. This is the solar system with all the planets and the moons around it. And this is the size of 10 to the 13th. That means this alam that you see here is different than the previous alam that we looked at earlier. Okay, this means the alam is many alams, infinity alams itself. And we must learn at least one of the alam. How many alam Gilang has been learning already?
A lot.
A lot. Okay, good. All right, let's have a look more. This is 10 to 12. Then you can see orbits. And even these orbits is actually Al-Quran. How this universe, how these planets orbiting around a sun called with interactions, that itself is part of the Al-Quran. So Al-Quran is not just about what you read on the paper. Al-Quran is everything in the universe. Because if Al-Quran is only the tiny part that you read in the paper, that means Al-Quran is very small. Okay. And everything is written in the Al-Quran. That means we have to learn nature. So learning Al-Quran means one of the things is that we have to learn nature, universe. Now we look at Venus and the Earth. Okay, then we go smaller. This is the orbits. Every part of the planet has their own orbits. This is tiny. This is the Earth with this moon orbiting, and this is the orbit of the Earth itself. Okay, and then we look at deeper. We look at smaller. Closer, and then you see where right now Mr. Rafi is sitting somewhere here. So you can see we are very tiny compared to the universe. Extremely tiny. We are nothing. Because of that, we must learn. If you don't learn, you don't know that you are small, then you think you are big. Then it's wrong. Like, wow, I'm actually already big. I'm already like, what year are you now?
16.
Huh?
16.
Okay. Well, I'm 16 years old. I'm the biggest in the universe right now. Okay? It turns out actually it's opposite. Yeah. There's a lot of things actually bigger than us and actually much older because each of the alam has been there for millions of years. Okay? The alam still there even you are not longer here. Let's put that your age you can survive in this universe for 200 years. Okay. Mr. Rafi can live for 200 years. He has no friend anymore because 200 years nobody around. At 200 years old, he is alone and nobody knows him anymore. But then you're still much younger than the others part of the alam in the universe. So basically, we are very small compared to the rest of the alam. And then we look at us. Okay, this Earth, 1,000 kilometers. And then we look at smaller. This another alam. So each of the size here telling you are living at different alam. And then we look at this. Okay, this is in Southeast United States. We look at Florida now. We zoom in. Yeah. And then this is town, different alam. And then we look at zoom in. Then you see trees has different alam, okay, because the size of it between the big trees with the small trees, two different alam, but they connect among each other. Okay, they connect through each other, which we have to learn how the connection between the alam, because there is no alam being independent from the other alam, but they have their own interaction between inside the alam itself. And then look at leaves. Okay, when you eat spinach, for instance, that's part of the alam. Okay, between spinach and you has different alam. Okay, between spinach and you has different alam. And then we look at go deeper again, smaller. Then you see what's inside the spinach itself. And then look at inside, go deeper, okay, closer. And then you see this. This is what you eat every day, spinach.
Spinach.
Yes. Okay. So you eat, you look at this is the surface, and then we look at, zoom in into detail. We see these individual cells. These are cells that you eat every day. And each of the cells, its own alam. It's alive. Okay, it's getting bigger and getting smaller and it dead also. And then inside the cell you see nucleus of a leaf cell. Look at this. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. This is a cell, nuclei of the cell. And then inside nuclei of the cell, there is so-called chromatin, for instance. Look at this. Very nice. This different alam, Mr. Rafi. And you eat this, right? You eat this every day, but you don't know or you simply don't care. Because what you eat is this one exactly. This looks like what to you?
Like it's kind of warm.
Yes, you are eating worm every day. Mr. Gilang from today said, I don't want to eat spinach anymore. It looks like ugly. But it's not. It's actually opposite. Knowing the science, this is extremely nice so-called chromatin to study. A lot of mystery that we don't understand it yet. And then we look at inside, there is individual DNA. Okay, we look at inside building blocks, DNA. We look at inside, there's another alam. This is atom now. So atom with the size of 10 to the minus 10 meters. What does it mean, 10 to the minus 10 meters, Mr. Rafi? Mr. Gilang?
It's times to minus 10.
Yeah, what does it mean? That means the size of it is 0 point, then 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 until 9 times, and then 1. That means 10 to the minus 10 meters. Can you see atom, Mr. Gilang? Can you see atom? Cannot. That means, but your eyes consist of atoms. Your nose consists of atom. Every part of your body consists of atoms. But how come you cannot see atom? Even your eyes consist of atom. So that means there's a lot of things that you must get excited because of the Al-Quran. It contains every part of the alam. So when you say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, that's the end of this alam. It consists in knowledge, ilmu. So understanding of Al-Quran means we must aim for the knowledge, and the knowledge about atoms, about electrons is needed by a Muslim. So who understand atom? Any one of you understand atom? Have you learned atoms already at school? If not, after this, you ask to the teacher, please, teacher, teach us about atoms. Okay, you ask for it because of building blocks of matters is where we have create technologies today is from atom to atom. Okay, so that's the lessons today, and hopefully it'll encourage you that Al-Quran is about this universe. The entire universe is small part of the Al-Quran. So if I don't understand any part of the universe, what does it mean, Mr. Gilang? I don't understand Al-Quran.
I don't understand Al-Quran.
Al-Quran. So if I don't understand atom, that means I don't understand Al-Quran. If I don't understand anything, that means I don't understand Al-Quran at all. Even though I can remember, memorize, recite Al-Quran, it doesn't mean that I don't understand Al-Quran, because Al-Quran means the applications of it that we must apply to it. Does it help you?
Yeah.
Does it help you? Okay. Now our time is not much, but you can ask questions. But we can continue next time again. Okay, there's so much to learn about Al-Quran, and there's no other reference in learning Al-Quran, learning universe, except it's all belong to Al-Quran. Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Gilang, you have any question?
Yes, I do. Hold on. Okay. For the atom thing, I have a question. The Quran mentions, whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it. Could this be seen as a reflection of how even the smallest units of matter, like atoms or nanoparticles and nanotechnology, have enormous potential to create significant change, creation uh, of life from tiny elements?
Mm. Yeah, very good question. So you go to school, right? You go to school, and then teacher use what today? Do they use a computer?
Yes. Laptop.
Yes, yes. That computer is technology made by atoms. Okay. Do you use what else? Internet, right? That's technology also made by atoms and photons. And what else? The school that you have, building the school itself has cements and everything. That actually made by atoms and molecules. So it's nothing not made by atoms and molecules today, even from the beginning of the universe. So it's actually incorrect to state what's the use of atom of and atom and molecules, because yourself is made by atom and molecules. So if there's no atom and molecules, what does it mean for yourself, Mr. Gilang?
Uh, I don't know.
That means you are not longer exist. You are not that handsome. Maybe you are some kind of creature, not belong to atoms and molecules at all. So then Mr. Gilang walk around but cannot see anything. You cannot see Mr. Gilang. Okay. So the reflections on these atoms and molecules is the foundations what we have. Whoever understand atom and molecules, they can create technology. So you go to the masjid, right? Imam use what? What is used by azan by the muazzin?
Mic.
Mike.
Microphone, and then you have speaker. That is also atom and molecules. Who make that? Who make that? Create that or make this speaker and microphone in your masjid? Is that made by Mr. Gilang?
No.
No, right? So you search later on who actually scientists, okay, pioneer and develop microphone and speaker. Check what is our contribution as a Muslim to society. Is that microphone made by Muslim? You have to check that. And then you look at again what is the you use today the masjid, for instance, also air conditions, right? AC,
Yes.
right? Ah, what is that? Who make the AC there?
Not us.
Not you again, right? So then I need to ask myself, what is my contribution to the society? So even to have small contribution, we need to study for long life. Not enough. Study is not just going to school. Study is actually we have to think, how can I be useful for the society? That's the ultimate goals of the Al Quran. Okay, Mr. Gilang must be useful for other people, even for an ant. Does that answer your question, Mr. Gilang?
Yes.
So, can you summarize? What do you understand?
Uh, so in alam, if there's no atom or like molecules, there wouldn't be a alam. It won't exist.
Good. Very good. So basically, Allah will create something else, but not atoms and molecules. Okay? Why can't you see atoms, Mr. Rafi?
Because it's too small. We can see it with our eyes.
That's our next podcast. Okay, why can't I see atom by bare eyes? Okay, what else? Do you have more questions?
Rafi?
Yeah, I mean, uh, maybe that's all.
That's all. Hey, you
One
should ask
question.
more questions.
Oh,
Anything that
Maybe
we form. Yeah.
for atom, like, is there any explanation in the Al-Quran about
Yes,
atom,
yes. So remember, what did we learn? Al Quran. Al Quran is about what?
about everything?
Universe. So the explanation itself is in the universe, because universe is Al Quran. So you have to change your mindset. Al Quran is not just about what you read; it's beyond that. You
It
understand
like
it?
contain information about the universe.
Yes, you have to do research that called with Iqra bismi rabbikal ladzi khalaq. So if you want to understand atoms, atom itself is part of the Al Quran, just like you also part of the Al Quran. Okay, and then that means you go to the lab. That means lab is part of the Al Quran. Because if lab is not part of the Al Quran, what is that the guidance for the lab? Is nothing.
Hmm.
Okay, so everything is part of the Al Quran. Cannot get this no other part. There's no part of the universe is okay. This part of my eyes is not belong to the Al Quran. That's very dangerous. Yeah, hada bayanul linnasi wa huda wa mau'izatul lil muttaqin. Orang yang muttaqin, whoever think they are believing of Allah, that means every part of it must belong to Al-Quran.
And
So don't make Al-Quran small, because when you see trees, that means not Al-Quran. That is what make Al-Quran small. You make Al-Quran become small. Do you understand it, Mr. Rafi?
okay,
Do you get the point? What is that the point, Mr. Rafi?
like the Quran itself is already contain a lot of information, like the universe itself,
Yeah.
and basically it's already contain the atom itself.
Yeah. We look at around, then we name it Al-Quran. We name it atom. Al-Quran name it zarah. But it can be smaller than atom. It can be electron.
So
Okay. So the way
smaller than
how
atom.
yes. So what is Al Quran then, Mr. Gilang?
Uh, it contains contents like in universe, everything,
Yes.
especially atom and that.
Especially including the atom. Very good. So you have more questions?
Mr. Gilang, is there any question?
I think that's enough.
Hey, okay. Okay. So we are a bit late today, but inshallah next time, if there is a chance, then we can continue our discussions. Okay. But this hopefully this first discussions is to tell ourselves first, universe is part of Al Quran, called with alamin. See, the small part of the alamins create the entire universe. Okay. So learning Al Quran means Al Quran also contain equations, math, statistic. That's all Al Quran. Okay, math, statistic, number, algebra, and everything there that we learn in school. You have to refer back to the Al Quran. So everything, if you understand small, equations, one equation properly, that means you're learning how interaction between two different alam, two different individuals. That means we are learning small part, extremely tiny part of the Al-Quran. That's why to learn Al-Quran, test ourselves. You test ourselves, okay? Every one of us test ourselves. Can I explain a rainbow?
Rainbow.
Yes. Why rainbow exists? If I don't know how to explain rainbow, that means I don't understand of the Al-Quran about rainbow yet. You know rainbow,
Yes.
right? And then you explain, can I explain why a rain comes? If I don't understand what is rain, that means I don't understand Al-Quran about rain. You understand it? So we
Yes.
must understand one part of the universe or something that happened in the universe. That means we understand a little bit only that part of the Al-Quran. Do you understand the point here, Mr. Rafi and Mr. Gilan? Hope this motivate you. Okay. After this, what we need to do, Mr. Gilan?
Closing, I guess.
Closing. After this, you get breakfast, okay, and then study, read about nature, inshallah. Okay, so in that sense, I pass back to you, and alhamdulillah, inshallah, we continue again. There's so much to learn, yeah, but don't close yourself. Al Quran is only about what you read on the paper. Okay? Because Al-Quran is Kalamullah, its entire universe is small part of the Al-Quran. Qul alamin. Sadaqallahu alazim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Wabarakatuh.
So I have to leave soon, yeah, because I have another appointment. But you two handle it. Can you?
It's
You
okay.
want to close? Yeah, you can close first. Yeah, you can make a close remark.
Maybe that's very good for maybe from Professor Andrivo about the alamin itself. So we read Quran not just only reading it, but know what it means. Because if you don't know what it means, then you just read it,
Yes, right.
not and understanding the universe. It means that you understand the Al Qurans, and every things in this universe is made it with atom, and in the Al Quran it was said atom refer to zero. Is that right?
Yeah, good.
So it was our job as a Muslim to know what's the meaning of the Al Quran itself.
Very
Like
good.
like zero itself, we don't know it was named atom. We name it ourselves the atom. So as you know the meaning of the Al Quran, you know the universe.
Very good. So allow me to leave right now. Please excuse us, yeah. And inshallah, I'll see you again and get motivated to learn Al-Quran. Al-Quran meanings learns nature. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
It was very good speak.
Yeah.
Very good content. And then we already heard the conclusion and everything that Prof. Andrew will have said. So we will get the benefit maybe from it, from what Mr. Andrew said, that we need to know the meaning of the Quran to know about the universe. Not only just reading it or just hafiz it. Okay. So Gilang, is there any you want to add?
No, I think it's clear for me.
Okay, we haven't said thanks to Prof. Enrico.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very big opportunity as to have this Enrico to join the podcast right now. Okay, I think that's it. Hopefully, you, the audience, will more give benefit to society as a Muslim, or maybe not just Muslim, but everyone. See, okay, that's all. I think. Hopefully, you get the benefit. See you soon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Peace out.
ذكر وموعظة ونور فيه شفاء للصدور وشفيعنا يوم النشور آياته تروي المدى وصفاته نبع الهدى نلقى الجنان